Hey everybody, it's your girl Delilah Fitness. So, it's Saturday. So people are coming up, waking up, coming on. If you don't get the live, you catch it later. So we're gonna have a little chat. I just want to make sure you guys can hear me. We're gonna have a little chat on collaborating. So you'll be able to hear the roosters in the back. So I am not in the States, I'm in Central America. So if you hear roosters, I know that there's roosters in the back. All right, so I want to start off by saying salutations. Salutations to you and your family, coming from my family to your family. In case you don't know me, I'm Delilah Fitness. I am a raw vegan, and I've been raw vegan for 12 years. I haven't eaten cooked food in over 12 years, and I have not eaten meat in over, God, I went vegetarian, vegan, and then raw vegan. I haven't eaten meat in decades. Cooked food, 12 years. So I just wanted to share. It's Saturday. It's gorgeous outside. The sun is shining. I'm in Central America. And I just wanted to share something that I've been hearing a lot of. Good morning. Collaborating. Working as an entrepreneur. I'm getting a lot of people that would like to work with me. And I'm not opposed to it. But it's interesting with collaborating because I'm coming from, as an entrepreneur, from a place and space of working with myself, by myself. So I'm getting a lot of doctors that would like to use my services for their patients. Now, I'm going to just say it. There's no other way but to say it. Now, a lot of us go to doctors and we understand the powers and the education, and we respect the doctors. And I guess what I'm trying to say is that I find it interesting that a doctor would actually come to me and want to incorporate my business and collaborate with me. I am a certified fitness trainer. I am a certified fitness nutrition specialist, a certified wellness coach, and a certified cancer exercise specialist. I've been in the wellness industry for well over 30 years. I've been doing this for 30 years. And I can honestly say, being a child and growing up in a single parent, when I saw doctors with the degrees on the walls, I put them on a pedestal. I used to really, as a child, see them as, wow. And it's funny because now I have doctors coming up to me, thanks to me being on Clubhouse and me also being in Instagram. I have a lot of doctors wanting to refer patients to me. We know that the old way of doing things with doctors prescribing medication and a lot of drugs, and I know some people are taking 15 pills a day, and they're not getting any better. If anything, they're getting worse. And a lot of times in the medical industry, they don't deal with the symptom. They deal with the symptoms. They don't deal with the root of the cause of the disease of the body. And I think a lot of doctors are starting to wake up to incorporate wellness, people like myself who are wellness coaches, to their clients. They also understand the power of meditation and the power of food that goes into the body, and the body can actually heal itself. So I just wanted to say, as far as me, like I said, I'm not opposed to collaborating with anybody, but I just wanted to share with you guys, I think it's interesting that doctors are starting to really say, well, I need your service. My client needs you. And these are doctors who are of the cutting age or thinking outside of the box because they understand the power of healing. And a lot of times we grow up in a system where we are addicted to medication. There are people who are strung out on painkillers and just strung out on drugs, over the counter, and just prescribed by doctors. Also, we also know doctors, and no disrespect to doctors, but the drug companies and the doctors work together. It's a company. It's a corporation. So kudos to the doctors that have been reaching. And you know who you are. You're on Instagram. And a couple of you have been coming up, and we're working together. So I will be collaborating with a couple of doctors. So if you see me with other people that I'm working with, know that it's something that is near and dear to my heart. The wellness industry And the health industry is something that I have a passion for because I grew up in the church. I'm a child of Pentecostal. My mother's a minister. And I can honestly say I've watched a lot of family members die of type 2 diabetes that's reversible. So it is an honor. And I'm just saying to all the doctors, a couple of the doctors that are on Instagram that are watching, it is an honor and a privilege to be acknowledged for what I bring to the table. It's big for me, and I'll tell you why. Because I never thought, as a child growing up in a single parent eating processed food, that I would ever live this long at 56. It took a turn for the best, and I'm just going to say, for those people who were struggling with your purpose in life and you're wondering why were you born, or why were you, what's the point of living, what does your life mean, hang in there. Because I was that person that grew up in the hood. And I can actually say that it was challenging growing up in a single parent. My mother had me at 14, and there's 6 of us. But by the grace of God goes I, that I just followed my dream. Me living off of fruits and vegetables, uncooked, unprocessed. I used to be laughed at as a joke. People used to say, "Oh, you're eating that bird food. You need some meat in your life. You're so skinny. You need some sick weight." I got, let me tell you something. And back when I was going towards plant-based consumption in the 80s, it was frowned upon to eat plant-based and juicing, especially in the black community. And I can say that because I'm a person of color, so I'm saying it. Growing up as a person of color in a community that consumed processed food, it was not highly favored. It was looked upon as not being part of the community, And as people of color, we holidays are coming up, and I want to make this clear. Thanksgiving is coming up. Christmas is coming up, and New Year's is coming up. So we have a tendency to come together over food. And I realized, watching my family die of this dis-ease that can be reversed, that it was apparent to me as a child that I was losing my family, that they were disappearing. And even in church, I grew up in the church. My brother's a minister, my mother's a minister. I was to be a minister, but I actually took another route. So my ministry is food. My ministry is food. So this is my ministry. This is my church. And me growing up in an environment, watching people die, praising the Lord, to bringing people life energy, living body, living food, enzymes, as opposed to moving in faith, but your body is dying. But you're moving in faith now with living energy, living food. So it's a big difference when you choose life. And not to knock anybody. This is not to knock you. This is not to knock you. This is to educate you and to let you know that there are other ways of living, that you don't have to stay in the past, like eating food that's making you sick. We, in my community, worship soul food. We like the fried chicken, the mac and cheese, the ham, pork chops, curry goat. Now I'm also Caribbean, and we like the meat. We like the mac and cheese. We like peas and rice if you're Caribbean. And the bottom line is that food has not served us. And at this point where we're at right now, where we're going, it served at a point in time where it kept us alive, our ancestors. But we don't have to eat that food no more. We're not slaves. The food is not conducive to where we're going. Light energy, living body, the brain, the neurotransmitters in the brain. Now we're at a place and space where we're evolving, and the food has to change in order to move forward. A lot of the food is processed. A lot of the food has chemicals in it that is really hurting the organs. It's actually toxic, and it's actually affecting the immune system. So when you eat toxic poison food, your brain is not firing up efficiently. You're sluggish. Your energy level is depleted. Your immune system is compromised. Inflammation, mucus, and disease. So what I'm sharing, and I'm hoping that anybody who's listening to the tone of my voice will walk away and hear the compassion for one's community, and really throwing you a lifesaver. I'm really, really throwing you a lifesaver. Now, also with that being said, I grew up in a family that worshiped the Lord. Ashanta Mashenta. I find for me, meditation works. And I'm going to tell you why. The vagus nerve, the system in our body, the heart, the lungs. A lot of us carry a lot of stress. And what meditation does is not a religion. And I'm going to say it to my people who are born again and in the church, Baptist, Pentecostal. You're not trading off one religion for the next. Meditation is not a religion. And I find a lot of people that are Baptist, Pentecostal have this one way of thinking of religion. Like they don't want to, turn their backs on the Lord. So they don't, the meditation to them is strange. But meditation, you're still communicating with the Most High, your higher self. So meditation, and I invite those people who are Christian, who worship the Lord, to try meditation. I actually teach a meditation class. It's not to take the Lord away. It's to align you with the God within you. God is within you, resides in you because you are God. To see you in your highest and move in your higher energy level. So it's to raise up consciousness. Right now we are in a place and space of eating living conscious food and having living conscious conversations. Gone are the days are eating dead food and having dead conversation and gossiping. Low energy, as opposed to higher frequency of loving vibration, loving each other, seeing myself and seeing me and you and me. We're reflections of one another. We are one and the same. So now it's about coming together, collaborating. Now I got to tell you, there's a big thing in the entrepreneur scene where everybody's collaborating. Even business people, CEOs of companies, realize that they can't do it by themselves. There's a funny story about Blockbuster. When Blockbuster was the big game in town, and remember we used to go to Blockbuster, but Netflix came up to Blockbuster and said, hey, Blockbuster, we would like to collaborate or work with you. Blockbuster said no. Netflix saw the future. It was digital. And what happened is, where's Blockbuster now? Because they didn't want to collaborate. They stayed with old ways of thinking, but the world is changing. And with change, obsolete, some people are going to stay in old way of thinking, and they're going to become obsolete. It's a mindset. So what I'm saying is that to be open to healing, to be open to change. Change is inevitable. If you stay doing the same thing and expecting different results, that's insanity. It's insane. So if you're eating the same food that you ate when you were 15 and you realize that your body's changing, you're 40 or 30 now, and you're wondering why you're so sick, it's because you've been eating the food you've been eating when you was 15, but you're not 15 anymore. You're not even that person anymore. So you're trying to hold on to old concepts that no longer serve you. And that's why a lot of people are so hardwired that they're too scared to change. Now, let's be real. Change is going to happen whether you want it to or not. That's just a fact. You have the choice of to submit and to be open to change, or you can stay hardwired and become obsolete. There's a lot of businesses that's not going to make it. They're just not going to make it. And there's a lot of people that's not going to make it either due to their mindset. It's all in the mind. Old thinking for a new day. Old eating that used to be but are no more. So I invite you to step into your purpose and to step into the now. To step into and let go of old conversations, old so-called food, chemicals disguised as food, and also open up and meet and have different conversations. Give and take, receive and give, because at this particular point, collaborating, and who knew I would be collaborating with doctors? Me coming from a single parent, I personally myself am elated to be chosen to, and even be asked by doctors that I would love to have you on my team. What you bring to the table is valuable. Who knew? But I was open as a child to change. When it wasn't popular to eat fruits and vegetables and no meat, I was teased as a child, but you know what? That was okay. Look at me now. So I invite you guys, please take advantage of transformation. Be open to change. I'm 56. It's not easy. Change is very difficult. It's challenging, but it's not impossible. Also, I have some recipes on my, and if you're too scared to change, start off with just having a salad. Start off with some greens. Put some greens, and start off with a smoothie and a juice juice. I have some juice recipes on my page. And a lot of you guys, if you haven't taken the time, because I know we have a short attention span because we like things in 7 seconds. Please take some time to look at my content and take advantage of some of the recipes that could actually help you. I will be doing something for the month of October. I have been invited by the Cancer Institute to do a presentation on foods that fight cancer. So please look at my content, and there is for the month of October, which is Cancer Awareness Month, I will be doing a podium on foods that fight cancer. So I will be actually making the foods, sharing with you what food, like cruciferous vegetables, and how to prepare it in the raw. So the foods will not be cooked. I will not need fire. I'm just going to make a meal with fruits, vegetables, seeds, and nuts. Nothing cooked, nothing processed. So I'm going to be doing that, foods that fight cancer. Again, the month of October is Cancer Awareness Month. I also have a free ebook for those of you who were listening. Many are called, but the chosen are few. So for those of you who have ears to hear, we have 2 ears and 1 mouth. You have 2 ears to hear. Go to Delilah Fitness and download the Wellness Handbook. It's free. So the Wellness Handbook, it's my gift to you. I am a big, as far as giving and receiving, I don't take, because I know the universe works when you give it. In order to get, you have to give. So this is my way of many of you who bought my 7-day Raw Vegan Challenge book, and a lot of you guys that have been to my workshops and supported Delilah Fitness. My way of saying thank you is to give back to the community that have sourced me. Without you, I would cease to exist. So my way of saying thank you is the book is there, the wellness book, and it's digital. So it's a wellness handbook, and what it is it's 5 things that are important, that I find that's important to increasing your life in this body. So definitely take advantage of that. And I'm also teaching classes. I'm also teaching wellness and movement classes. I gotta say, I love you guys. I love you guys, and I'm saying this out of love. I hope nobody, and it is not my intentions to agitate you. It is my intentions to educate you and to hear you. And I have heard you. So my way of responding, because I have so many emails that I can't respond to everybody all at once, is going to take me a lot of time. So I'm going to leave this replay on my Instagram page, and I hope those people who have been emailing me, I pretty much answered your questions. If not, feel free to get back to me, and I'll do another live. But this is really pretty much to answer your questions. I've been getting a lot of emails, and I'm grateful for even being seen and acknowledged, that people are starting to find out about who I am. So I say thank you. So I'm going to read some of the comments, and I'm going to wish you salutations, but I'm going to put my glasses on. All right. Okay, so I'm scrolling down, and hey. So I'm waving back too, because I'm not, hey loving, hey lyrics. Greetings, lyrics says greetings. Water. Greetings, water. All right, so I'm saying waving back because my mom did teach me manners. I'm waving back to all that. Jolie, I'm saying waving back. We got Juan in the house. We got water, watering my creations. Love that name. Joelle, making sure you get your credit for whomever you choose to collaborate with. Thank you. That is so true. Thank you. Alpha, we got Sid, we got Joel, hey. All right, we got some heavy hitters, and I want to thank you guys. We got a couple of new people following Delight. I'm playing every day. You're thank you, Joel. So Joel's giving a Janelle. Sorry about mispronouncing your name. Water, my creation. It's crazy how I found you. When you speak, I truly hear you. Thank you, water. Thank you so much. Coming from the heart. I appreciate you and I love you. They say that meditation is considered evil. That's what they say. And that is stated in the Bible. I'm not religious though. I got to tell you something. I want to answer that question. It's interesting because we're all human. We all come from one race, right? I get religion as far as being Christian, Buddhist, Muslim. But the thing what I never got as a child is fighting religious crusader wars, fighting over gods. When in reality, if you think about it, we all want to be loved. That's the main thing. I've dealt with people who have cancer that are in stage 4 cancer. And I'm going to tell you, on their deathbed, you know what they said? They didn't want more money. They didn't ask for more money. They didn't ask for a raise at the job. These are people who are dying of cancer. I've worked at a hospital and I've watched people die. Now, until you watch somebody where their spirit leaves their body and you ask them, if you had to do it all over again, what would you do different? You know what they said? I would spend more time loving. I would have spent more time being a nice person. I would have spent more time giving back. They never said that they would have separated with religions, and they never said I would have been a better Christian. I would have been a better Muslim. They said that I would have been a better person by helping other people. They didn't say that the person had to be Muslim. And it's funny because we don't realize until we're on our deathbed and we looking back in hindsight how we played this game called life out. When you're close to death, you start to realize that all of those separations and all of those isms, and it was an illusion. It never really mattered. People want to be loved, they want to be heard, and they want to be appreciated. That's what it boils down to. It doesn't boil down to if I'm a Christian, if I'm Muslim, if I'm Catholic. That never played into when somebody's on their deathbed. That's one of the things they don't mention. They mention I should have spent more time with my family. I should have spent more time with my wife. I should have, been a better person. That doesn't have anything to do with being Christian or Muslim or whatever. It has to do with being a better person. You see what I'm saying? Because that's more separation. I'm black, I'm white, I'm this, I'm that, I'm Muslim. Separation. These people. Then it gets down to I'm Christian and those people are bad. It's not right. And in the end, when it's all said and done, it doesn't matter. I've met people who have Alzheimer. Now, somebody that has Alzheimer, do you really think that they're concerned about being a Christian or that they're Muslim? They're not even present. They can't even remember if they're breathing. So a lot of this stuff in the end, when it's all said and done, never really mattered. It was an illusion. It was more rules to keep people separated from being connected. And right now, everybody's collaborating in business. So that stuff, no disrespect if that's your thing. But if you serve a God, and this is for any religion, that makes you feel that your religion and your school of thought is better than somebody else, I invite you to question your religion. That's what I'm going to say. So if you're walking around here with this superior complex because you're Christian and you're better than this person, that's not the God that I serve. The God that I serve serves all. It's not about me being black. It's not about that person being white. It's about us being one race, one world. We only have one earth. This separation is killing Mother Earth and it's killing us. It's cancer. So that has to stop. That has to stop because it's killing you. And the bottom line is that I don't get caught up in it because it's when you raise your frequency and you see yourself as in this body for a short expansion of time, but your spirit, my spirit doesn't have a color. I'm in this avatar for a short time, but this is not who I am. This is something that I created, my avatar. But once this body goes into the dirt, energy cannot be destroyed. So this is just an avatar. So we get caught up in superficial things. That's an illusion. So we have to stop that. Stop it. Stop the separation. I'm this, I'm Catholic, I'm this, I'm that, I'm this, I'm that. That's killing us. And it's killing our children. Depression has increased. Children are unlifing themselves. People are running around in supermarkets unlifing other people. There's a lot of anger in the world because people feel disconnected. And that's from separation of deep separating, departmentalizing, separation. It's all one. We have been sold a bag of goods that's an illusion, that's not working for us. So now, and I bring it back to collaborating with people and me. If I was not open to transformation and change, do you think people who are doctors would be coming up asking me of my services to help their clients? Do you think if I was this separated person and I don't work with those people, you think I would be approachable, that people would open up and want to work and want to have me work with clients that are sick, that are dying of cancer? I got to tell you, even when I'm coming to someone and working with somebody who have cancer, you think they want to hear that I'm a Christian? They want to be around a human being because they want to live. They're not concerned about your race. They're not concerned about your religion. They're concerned because they want to be around another human being. They want to be alive. They want to feel. They don't want to leave this earth. It's a beautiful place. So I'm not here to argue with somebody's religious belief. If that is your belief and it's working for you, so be it. You won't get a lip service from me. My purpose is to unite using food, meditation, and love. That's what it's all about. It boils down to it. That old antiquated way of thinking of competition, capitalism, hoarding information, hoarding resources, that's old. That is dying out because it's one global family, one global village. So I don't entertain those conversations. Because as a person who's a healer and works with people, I don't say, well, I'm not going to work with this person because they're Caucasian or they're Muslim. It's for me to step into my purpose and to help everybody. Everybody wants to be. Everybody wants to live. And everybody deserves to live. So that is not conducive to elevating one's thoughts, because you stay in prison by using labels of what you look like. It's just a physical form, because I am more than the sum of my parts. This is just an avatar. So we have to rise up and remove and get out of that gilded cage, because now that has become your identity. And some people are hardwired because that's who they think they are. But you're more than the sum of your parts. There is greatness in you. That's why you came here. All right, so I hope I answered your question on the whole Bible thing. I hear what people are saying. I'm just not interested in any more division. I'm not interested in it. All right, so I think I answered everybody's questions. I waved. Salutations. Namaste. Yes, please don't forget to save the live. Okay, so I'll definitely save the live, but I just want you guys to know that I'm sending love, light, and healing your way. Please set your intentions for the day to be more loving and to be more transparent. Your story and your smile could really uplift somebody's spirits. We don't know what people are going through. All we can do is be our best version of ourselves and help other people who need it. All right? So this is my way of helping you. Please download the complimentary digital ebook that I have as far as the wellness handbook is for you, and learn how to accept the help. Not everybody's out to get you. Okay? All right, guys. Till next time. Ashe. Namaste. Peace.